Hi guys, Keely Reason here, owner of Love Hip Adventure, where I talk about the marriage relationship, intimacy of marriage, and how you can go deeper with your spouse. Today I'm answering reader questions regarding farting. Farting around your spouse, farting during sex. So here we go. Somebody wrote in and asked, when is it okay, or when do you think it's okay to fart around your spouse when you are a newlywed? This person said, I've read some things that say you shouldn't be too comfortable with your spouse at the beginning, but that doesn't really seem very long term. So, the answer to that part, okay, when do you feel comfortable farting around your spouse? That is totally a personal level. I don't think that there's any reason why you shouldn't be close and comfortable with your spouse from day one. I think that you're going to become more comfortable and close to them over time, especially if you allow yourself. But when it comes to farting, I definitely think this is going to be influenced by how you were raised. Were you raised in a family that said, never fart around us in the house? Now, I mean, most people are raised to be taught that farting out in public is rude and that you shouldn't do that. But if you are somebody who was raised in a family that, oh, don't fart while you're here in the room with us, go excuse yourself to do that, you might not feel comfortable letting go in front of your spouse, maybe ever. Maybe you'll change that mindset over time. But if you feel comfortable and they feel comfortable, then work that out between you. If you're not sure how your spouse is going to feel about it, talk to them, ask them, hey, I know this is silly, but how do you feel about farting in front of me? Now, if they don't have a problem, they're probably already doing it. And if they're doing it, then you know you're okay to do it. There might not even need to be a discussion. But I wouldn't be concerned about getting too close or too comfortable too fast, especially when you are married. Now, you might feel that way when you're dating. Okay, I don't want to let all my personal business known to this person I'm not committed to. But once you are committed to somebody and you're married to them for committed for life, then I would not be concerned about getting too close too quick. Now, the other question about farting during sex. What do you do? How do I keep it from happening? All right, you might not be able to keep it from happening ever. There are some things you can do to kind of reduce that. One, if you are about to be intimate and your stomach is making noises and you just know, "Ugh, I'm gassy," one, let your partner know, look, I'm a little bit gassy tonight, and we might have to modify what we do so that I'm not uncomfortable during this time. It's fine to say that. Let your spouse know what you're dealing with. Some people, when they're in discomfort like that, they might just avoid sex or they might just change the position. Definitely go with how you feel most comfortable. And if you fart during sex, if that happens, it's okay to laugh. It's okay to cut up during sex. It's funny, right? Like, oh shoot, that happened. And then move on with things. Sex doesn't have to be super serious. It doesn't have to be sexy the whole time. It doesn't have to be sensual the whole time. It does get to be fun and funny. And sometimes there's funny sex, and sometimes there's really sensual sex, and sometimes there's, comforting sex. Don't think that sex is only one thing. So when you put this idea around sex that it always has to look a certain way, feel a certain way, you have to act a certain way, it's not a joke, then you're limiting yourself to all the different things you can experience while being with your partner. So, as far as farting during sex goes, it's gonna happen sometimes. If you're trying to avoid it, you probably will know going into that time of intimacy. If your stomach is kind of hurting, maybe you will want to take some gas pills, or maybe you want to modify the position you're in so that you're not pushing on your stomach, or something else that's going to cause you to have that stomach pain. The truth is, it's probably not going to feel super great if you are super gassy and you're getting shoved in the stomach anyway. So consider modifying what you do. And if it happens, it happens. Laugh about it and move on. Now, if it's something that's happening all the time, and it's killing the mood, and your spouse is like, look, when we are having sex and you are over here continually farting and this is wrecking my concentration and I'm not having fun anymore and it's making it hard for me to continue feeling excited during sex, then you need to address what diet is causing this. What are the diet issues? What can you do to reduce the gas? Somebody asked me in the comments the other day, like, oh, I have really terrible gas. And they weren't really saying this in specifics to having sex, but they were just saying, I have a lot of gas. I feel like this is just a turn off in general to my spouse. For one, just be open with them about it when you're being gassy. I mean, just talk about it. Yeah, I mean, really smelly gas is probably going to be a turnoff to most people. So laugh about it, talk about it, but then work to address it. What's causing it? Do you need to see a doctor? Do you need to change your diet? Do you need to start taking gas pills on a regular basis? Maybe digestive enzymes. Work on those things. In relationships and in sex, it's so much more than just that mechanics of sex. It's more than just, okay, we're gonna be together, we're gonna be intimate here. Sometimes you need to do things with your body for your hygiene, how you take care of yourself, the way you dress, the way you look, all of these kinds of things, those things that you are taking care of your body, that is already an attractive quality for a spouse. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not showering, if you're just eating, if you have a known dairy sensitivity that causes your stomach to hurt and you're just eating dairy all the time, I mean, truthfully, that's not great for your body at all. And it's kind of rude to your spouse because they're going to have to deal with the effects of that. If you're not brushing your teeth and your breath is terrible, or you're not taking care of other hygiene, that is definitely going to be a turnoff. So my recommendation is address those issues. If you are somebody who deals with a ton of gas, work on it. If you have been changing your diet, you've been to doctors, you're dealing with IBS or whatever these cases are, your spouse is going to have some grace for that because they're going to know, man, they're really trying here. They're really struggling with this thing. And then figure out ways around it. Figure out what you can do. Plan your sex, intimacy times at moments when your stomach feels okay. Do the best you can to work around that, to schedule intimacy when you're not physically experiencing some of those things. And don't be afraid to burn candles or spray fragrance or any of those things like that. Just try. Do things that helps your spouse know that you are trying. And it seems a little silly, right? That you're going to take care of yourself in a certain way in honor of your spouse, but it's not. The things you do for yourself, self-care, can be a way of expressing love and concern for your spouse. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me during the fart video. That's what I'm going to title it. Probably not. If you have any questions and you want me to address something, fill out my anonymous questions form. I'll put that in the video here, or you can email me, keely@lovewithadventure.com, or leave a comment on a video. I try to get to most of the comments, but sometimes I don't get the notifications. So if you're not hearing from me, definitely send me an email or fill out the form. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk with you later.